Imagine this, you're at Wimbledon, centre court, and it's such an intense match, going back and forth, down to the wire. And you just don't know what's gonna happen. And you look at your phone and you ask an AI assistant, who's more likely to win? And it gives you the answer right there and there, in real time. And it just so happens to be true. Well, by the end, I'm going to talk to you through why things like this is going to become a norm. And what does it mean as a fan, as somebody who loves sports? You know, if you love football, tennis, basketball, NFL, anything, golf. What does it mean for you as a fan? What is this? Well, stay tuned to this video. I'm going to tell you what the new future of fan engagement looks like, all within AI. Alright, let's start off with AI and fan engagement. What does that even mean? Well, think of it as a term used to basically suggest to you, well, instead of you just going to a match and just sitting down and not feeling much involved, AI is here to make you feel part of the game. AI is meant to make you feel as if you're actually playing yourself. And we've seen it happen for the past couple of years now, where sports organizations are leveraging AI to better the impact sports have with fans. Now, the days of where we just scroll through social media and just find the latest news, or scroll through social media and try to find something that's going on in the sports, it could be a transfer, it could be a player, retiring, or again, I can understand the game, listening to a radio, for example, hearing voices about how the game's panning out on the radio are going to be kind of pushed to the side now, because AI is now becoming more and more so imperative in fan engagement. Some people call it AI in marketing and sports. I call it AI in fan engagement. I've spoken to a few people that are currently in the field that are making big leeways into this, and what they're looking to do is to create an immersive experience for fans who go to games, who listen to games, to make them feel a part of the game. And I think that's a bold statement. And I believe this is something that is going to be remarkable, not only for fans like myself who love sports, but for those who just want to feel connected with the game. We've heard so much that the game's lost, especially in football terms. The game is lost, the game's gone. And I feel like AI could be the bridge that's needed to kind of encourage fans that, hey, we can make this a lot more an epic experience for yourself, not just about you listening or just watching it through, but asking questions, getting involved, showing you models, showing you different things while the game's going on. This is something that I believe is going to be monumental. And let's start off with Wimbledon and the US Open. What did they do different? What happened? Well, in Wimbledon and US, they're both using AI assistant answering fans' questions in real time, giving them match insights. Now, think of it in terms of you're a person who has a bet going on, and you want to know, well, based on this particular match or game I'm watching in tennis, what's the likelihood of player A beating player B? Or what's the likelihood of player A winning the first set? What's the likelihood of player B breaking the set? Or the US Open, in terms of drives, in terms of holes. You can ask questions in real time to an AI assistant and it'll give you exactly the answer. Amazing, right? Instead of going through Google Chrome or anything like that and trying to figure out, what does it mean? Because those are not real-time answers. We've also got a SlamTracker. Now, this is probably a really good one that Wimbledon introduced. It's called a win probability, based on match data. It gives you the probability of what the outcome of a match would be based on a current play set. So that means in real time, AI is gathering data to kind of predict what and who is going to win. Now, as a fan, you probably feel more connected that way. Being able to ask questions and get the answers in real time, no matter what the question is about the sports that you're currently watching in real time. I mean, for me, for example, I could ask various questions. You know, what's the likelihood of this player that's gone down to be injured for X amount of time? Or I just saw this challenge happen. What's the severity of the challenge? Or I just saw this goal go in. You know, is it going to count? And AI can give you those answers in real time. We talk about VAR being really slow. An AI assistant can pick up in real time and just give you the answer. It's so amazing what's happening. And in Wimbledon, they introduced this SlamTracker where it can predict based on real-time live events of a match data, where it will kind of give you probability. It will kind of give you the probability of who's going to win. Now, unfortunate for betting companies, but if you're somebody who likes to bet, and I don't condone that, then you see what I'm saying? So imagine you're a fan and you're just there in Wimbledon and you know you're asking your player, you're asking your phone, who is this player? What's his accolades? What has he done in the game? What's his trajectory? Do you think he's going to win? Do you think he's going to break the serve? Do you think he's going to have a good game today? And AI can give you in real time the answers to every single thing I just mentioned here. Amazing, remarkable, right? So it begs to say, does this empower and give fans really what they deserve, which is to feel more connected with the game? And I think as a fan, that's all we ever ask for, is to be more connected with the game. We're able to feel the game, feel the passion, feel the emotion. We could be in the stands, but sometimes we get lost. And I feel like this is a bridge that's going to help us feel more and more connected with the game. Let's look at another example. So in Paris 2024 Olympics, AI was used both in a positive way, in my opinion. So what the Paris government wanted to do was to minimize any disruption to athletes and protect them during the games, especially around online abuse. What they had was an AI moderation which basically detects any online abuse to any athletes and flagged it with the respective companies like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, now called X. It will highlight those and send it to the social media platform and say this person has inappropriately abused this player or abused this athlete. Now that's really positive. And the other thing it also did during the Paris Olympics was to showcase personalized highlight reels in multiple languages. So global fans' reach was exponential. It also did digital twins, virtual models of venues for planning. So it also gives a smoother fan experience. Now more on this is, so what we're talking about here, we're talking about potentially an AI moderation that helped detect online abuse, which is fantastic. It's great. It's amazing. It just makes it known to me that we can build AI models that eradicate hate and eradicate people just being very gnarly with athletes. And I think that was a huge success in Paris, right? So kudos to the Paris government. But also taking a step further, again, talk about fan engagement, it gave personalized reels. The key word here is personalized. So meaning that the data captured from yourself and what your interests are and what you like. So for example, I'm a huge fan of football, basketball, NFL, tennis. Based on the algorithm, it will know the data in terms of what I search for, things that I like, and it will definitely give me personalized reels based on what's happening in the games. Oh, you know, there's a current tennis game going on at the moment. Catch this out. There's a current basketball game going on. Watch this. So give me an update on the latest score on a basketball game or a football game. Things like that is remarkable. I think that's great. It's a good step in the right direction here. And it just shows how much AI is having a huge play in ensuring that fans stay up to date, stay a part of the games, as well as giving them a sense of becoming one with the games. It's not just about being in the stands and hearing things online or on social media. It's more of creating that experience that makes you feel more a part of the games, almost as if you're an athlete yourself. It's great, but let's talk about another example of how AI is really engaging with fans. Let's talk about something that's recently happened, which is the Women's Rugby World Cup this year. Now, the Rugby Union partnered with Capgemini, and they used this tool for AI-driven insights and engagement and how it could better make it more interactive for fans. What was decided was creating a smarter ways for fans to connect within the women's sport. And this created more inclusivity, representation, and visibility to women's sports boosted by AI. So what Capgemini and the Rugby Union did was it created a more seamless experience. So similar to what we spoke before about personalized reels and making it more intuitive, games that they can play. It opened the whole floodgates for understanding women's sports. And I think this is really good. It shows more inclusivity, also giving awareness to the women's game. AI helped in terms of creating more personalized reels. It actually created more AI assistants to those who are in the games to ask them about, you know, what do you think about this player? Or, you know, what's going to happen. You can ask questions in real time, understand about the player that you're watching in real time. Amazing. And I think to say this is it's a step in the right direction, especially within fan engagement. So those were the 3 good examples I could find online, which I felt was really good, and I did a lot of research into them. And it shows for the next coming games, Olympics, World Cups, Euros, US Open, NFL, like sports is going to be integral. It's changing in AI, but the change, in my opinion, only makes sense and can only be valid if the fans feel involved. So I'm happy to know that the fans are being involved and the fans are getting an experience that they probably didn't think about years ago. I'm also excited about what's going to happen in the future to how we incorporate this even further. How can we make this even better for fans? And I think we'll go in the right direction by doing this. So I've got a question for you. As a fan of any sport that you may like, what would you like, or what do you think will boost your experience or within AI? What kind of AI system would you like to see in your sport? What AI system do you think will make you feel more engaged and connected in the sport that you love? This has been AIwithFizzy. Thank you for tuning in. If you like this video, please share, subscribe, like, and yeah, stay living with AI. Peace.